Hello everybody, this is D King Bay, your book granny here with a book review for you. I know it's been about 2 weeks since my last review. I am reading, I just haven't been posting them reviews because these reviews, they take a lot of work, okay? I'm just going to tell you. So anyway, I have still been reading, and today we're going to review The Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi by Shannon. Chakraborty. Hopefully I did not kill her name there. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. So sorry, Shannon, if I hurt your name. Sheesh. Well, anyway, I got my copy from Waterstones, but you can get it from other places. I will go over this special edition at the end of the video. For now, let's get on back to this here review. As always, this is a no spoiler zone. We don't do that. That's just rude. So we don't do any spoilers here. And I'm going to tell you, this is a hard one not to do no spoiler on because I really love this book. So it's really, really hard to do a spoiler, non-spoiler. So all I can say, go pick this book up, go pick it up, go pick it up. Okay, because it's a good one if you haven't already. So anyway, again, this is The Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the book. It's set in the 12th century in the Indian Ocean. They have this beautiful picture at the front of the book, at least in my edition of it, of the Indian Ocean. And it's set, like I said, in the 12th century. And, you know, she's a pirate. So she's sailing to different places. So you get all these different little places. So it's really nice. Okay, so I think you're going to like it. It's fantasy. It's written in first person. It's written from Amina's point of view. And it's actually what it is. It's her telling her story so someone can write the story of her adventures. Amina is a former pirate. And when we open, you know, she's been retired for 10 years. And she's in her yard, you know, minding her own little self business when this stranger comes up to visit. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, be leery of strangers. It's stranger danger. But anyway, so this woman, she comes up and visits Amina. And she's like, oh my goodness, my granddaughter's been kidnapped by this Frank. And the Franks are the, back in the Crusades, you had the Franks, they were the Christians. And then Amina, she's a Muslim. And the Christians were there to enlighten, shall we say, the Muslim population. So it's a war. War is bad from both sides. Everybody does all their little dirt. But anyway, so she's like, oh, she's been kidnapped by this Frank. And Amina's, you know, she's like, I'm not into that. I've been retired for 10 years, this, that, and the other. And the woman's like, oh, she pulls on Amina's heartstrings because, this is one of her former crew members' daughter, and she don't know where she's gonna go, and I'll give you all this money, all this sort of stuff. So out of guilt, Amina agrees, okay, I'm gonna go and try and get her. So Amina agrees to do it, and she goes out to go save this girl. Now, of course, like I said, Amina been retired 10 years. She don't have no ship no more. You know what I'm saying? She don't have it anymore. So she has to go out and, of course, find a crew and then go save this granddaughter. Now, unbeknownst to Amina, of course, she knew it was dangerous when she was going to go out there, okay? Because these are the Franks, right? These folks, they'll kill you up. But she ends up, she didn't know there were going to be all kind of magical type things, shall we say. She doesn't like magic. She doesn't want anything to do with magic, but she ends up having to fight such powerful magic powerful magic sources that they're just crazy. So she has to fight these things. It's a good book in her way to try and save this girl. So it is, like I say, it's just a really, really, really good book. I don't want to give you no spoilers of it's otherworldly type thing, shall we say. So you guys get in there and read this book. It's a very, 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 very good book. And I need to put another very on there. That's a very good book. Now, I did love the book, but I always try to look for some areas of improvement. And I'll tell you more about why I like the book in a little bit. But since it was so hard to think about the areas of improvement, I figured I was going to get that out the way, right? They had these, like I said, this is really Amina telling her story. And since she's telling it, she's kind of like telling it to the scribe. And you forget that as you're reading the book. And I really like that because she's telling her story. So I forgot that she's like telling it to the scribe. You know what I'm saying? So they had these little, I'll call them vignettes in there. And they didn't have very many of them, where it's like they're telling you some more history or some backstory of this, that, or the other, which is fine because, like I say, it's her telling her story to describe it. But I had forgotten that that's what was happening. And like I said, it wasn't very many of them, but it like pulled me out of what her telling of the story to go and learn this backstory or this, that, and the other. And I just want them to keep moving forward, but that's a me problem. That is, like I said, it did not ruin the book. I still love this book. This is an amazing book, but that was just something that little kind of pulled me out of it a little bit. Now let's go on back to the things that I actually liked about it. I absolutely love stories of anti-heroes. Now, it may sound to you like Amina was not an anti-hero because she went in there and said, okay, yeah, I'll do this job. But you know, read the book and you're going to find out why she is actually an anti-hero. It is very good. I also love books when you have like, you have this big old adventure you got to go on, but you got to go find the right people, bink, 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 to go together and you become your group to go actually conquer whatever it is. And like I said, Amina's been retired for 10 years. So she's got to, of course, do this. You can't just go, you know, let me go hop her on my own and go get this on my own. That's not going to work out too well, right? So I love those kind of stories. And this crew that she brings back together, you can tell how much they love each other and how much they fight. And it was just this author did an excellent job on the character development for her main character and for all her sub characters, her secondary characters. I'm calling them sub characters, but anyway, her secondary characters. She did an amazing job because everybody had their own story. You understood their motivations. You understood why they did what they did. It was really good. And as the plot went on, you keep on thinking, okay, this is gonna happen. This happened. Okay, you can think that if you want, but that's probably not what's going to happen. I cannot tell you how good this book was. You're going to have to read this one for yourself. This is just so great. Now, another thing I liked was the pacing. The pacing was real good. I mean, sometimes you can get bogged down because there were quite a lot of characters in this. So you think like, even though I said they had those vignettes, you think like, okay, maybe this story stalled because they did so much character development. No, that did not happen because she did it in a way that it just kept the plot moving forward. So as she's developing and you're learning about these characters, she kept things moving forward. It was really good. She did it in a very interesting way. Let's see, what else did I like? Oh my goodness, there was so much I liked about this book. The scenery, the settings, when she described the fighting, when she described the areas they were in. I mean, like, oh, I'm thirsty. So they were in this place, it was like super hot. They was making me thirsty. I'm like, oh, I need to get me a drink. I was feeling parched, okay? I mean, she just did that thing. So I liked everything about this book. So all I can say is get it. It's hard for me to tell you about the book without giving you any spoilers. And I really do not want to give you spoilers. I hate, spoiling it for folks. Get in there and read this book. It's really good. It's really good. I will say that I wouldn't, because there aren't any like sex scenes, but the people have sex. It's kind of violent. So I wouldn't have my granddaughter, my 10-year-old, read this, even though they don't really show the sex, but they describe the death. You know what I'm saying? Not Quentin Tarantino death, but like all the blood dripping and stuff like that. So this is a little bit too heavy for my little 10-year-old, you know what I'm saying? But an older teen would be fine, but I wouldn't like have a little kid reading this because of the blood. There is some blood and gore. And I hope this makes me think of Amina. She's so funny. The characters in here are quite complex. For example, Amina is a Muslim. And, she's a pirate. Well, she was a former pirate. But she's devout, but she believes in a tenet, shall we say. So, for instance, you can't have sex outside of marriage, right? So Amina, she won't have sex out of marriage. So she's been married like 5 times, a bunch of times, because she will only have sex with someone. Yeah, she will marry someone just so she can have sex with them. I mean, she was very complicated. And everybody in this book had their little complications. There was no straightforward answer to anything because none of us are just straightforward. That's just not how people are. And I really, really like that about it. Like I said, this is great. I hope you pick it up. Tell other folks about it. If you want to discuss it, get on down there in them comments. Make sure you put the word spoiler before it and we can talk about this. Was so good. And I will say that it's at the first book, but I don't know how many they're going to be in the series. And I couldn't find anything about when the next book comes out. So if y'all know something, I don't know, feel free to put it down in the comments because I don't want to miss any of these. This is really good. Okay, so get it. All right, now let's talk about my edition of it. Mine came from Waterstones. Here we go. This is a beautiful cover. I like this. This is so pretty. And the spine. And the back. It's so lovely. Just lovely. Okay. And the edging is just plain sprayed edging. From the front. Oops, it's upside down. No, it's not. I thought it was upside down for a second. To the side. Okay. Let me take off the dust jacket. They do not do alternate dust jackets usually. And they usually don't do anything with the hardback cover. There is foiling for the title. But they don't usually do anything for the hardback. Okay, now here's the money maker. Look at this map. This is the map that I showed earlier. I love this map. You know I love a good map, y'all. So that is that in the back. This looks like the original cover, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. This is nice. I really like this. This one is actually an autograph copy. If I can find a little signature thing. It has somewhere. Let's see. Oh, and inside. Oh, there goes the signature. Let me show you the signature first. Here's the signature. And inside, and I guess this is probably in all the books, they do have the map. Let me get to the map. To the map. There you go. So if you buy this book in another store, you don't get a limited edition or a special edition or something like that, it looks like they still have the map in there, which is a great thing because I love a map. I don't care if it's black and white. I can read black and white. It's okay. I'm just saying I just love this one more. That's all. So that is it. I love this book. Go pick it up. I'm looking for more and I'm waiting. I don't want to buy the books themselves because I'm hoping they come out on limited or special editions. And I'm getting some Kindle books of hers, but I do wait on the hardbacks in hope that I can get some limited or special editions. So if you know of some other books of hers that are limited or special edition, let me know. You know, help a sister out. Okay, so that is it for today. You guys have a fantastic day. Bye.